Hi, Andre from Notum again, and I have some news for you about Strapi v5. Recently, we published a video about how we migrated a simple production project to Strapi v5 beta version, but since the video's release, the RC version came out, and we also had a call with the Strapi team who helped us address some issues we had during the migration process. So we thought it would be a great idea to share those insights with you, try again the migration process on the RC version, and summarize what we've learned in the previous video. So let's go all over it once again. The Strapi CLI provides an upgrade tool that can assist you with migration to any Strapi version, including the v5 RC. But some options and commands are yet not documented, but we got an insight from the Strapi team that we should use the to command. The C option specifies the version of code mods, and the DY option just means that debug should be used, and yes should be answered to all of the prompts. As you can see, when the upgrade tool runs, it updates the dependencies and makes updates in several files. The changes are summarized in a table so you know what and why has been changed. For example, let's pull up this file where it modified the function to use the new document service API instead of the entity service API. There are still some to-do works because the document service API now uses document IDs, but that is fairly easy to implement. What the upgrade tool does not handle is the migration of lifecycles. Instead of lifecycles, you should use the document service API middlewares. Standard lifecycle hooks are still available, but they work differently as they operate on a different layer than the document service API. Therefore, using middlewares is now the recommended approach. We had two simple life cycles in our project, so let's see how they can be migrated using middlewares. It's quite straightforward. The middlewares should be registered in the register function, but if you prefer, you can break the individual middlewares into separate files and import them here. This is all we needed to migrate in the codebase for our project, so let's start up the application. The first time v5 runs, DB migrations are automatically performed, and for us there was nothing else we had to do regarding the database, which is pretty amazing. After inspecting the database, you can see that there are two entries for the same content. This is due to the new draft and publish feature, where one entry is the published version and the other entry is a draft. Additionally, the entries now have document IDs instead of just IDs. While testing the beta, we sometimes had problems with permissions where we couldn't see some fields even if we were logged in as superadmins. However, this issue no longer occurs in the RC version, which is great. Also, do not forget to migrate your frontend. In v5, the API response format is flatter, and the attributes are not wrapped in a separate object anymore. And the API calls should now use the document IDs. And that's it. I hope you've learned something new. And if you want to know more details, be sure to check the previous video or the articles that we wrote. The links are in the description. And also, if you have any questions regarding Strapi, make sure to reach us. We will be more than happy to chat with you. Thanks.